Hello.
Hi.
Welcome, everyone, to this live stream event. My name is Nathan Halvorson. I'm the director of the Fine Arts Center Theater School, and I would like to introduce you to my dear friend and co-host, Rebecca Myers.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. It's so good to see you, Nathan.
I know, it's like we weren't in a meeting this morning.
I know.
But this is it. We put a little bit more effort into our appearance and our situation.
I definitely wore makeup for this. So.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, we're here tonight to talk about the fall offerings of the Fine Arts Center Theater School. And we have amazing classes coming for you with an amazing team of faculty. And we're going to introduce them all and talk about it. But Rebecca, when you think about the Fine Arts Center Theater School, what do you think?
Well, I was earlier today in preparation, I was looking on the theater school page at the classes being offered, and I was just like, wow, so proud to be a part of this. It's so fancy. We've got classes this fall for all ages, which I find really exciting. Generally, we try to stick to the kids or whatever, but there are so many options for adults as well, for teens, and I think the lineup is so diverse and really cool. So when I think of, I didn't answer your question at all.
You don't have to.
But when I think of the FAC Theater School, well, for one, there's a lot of pride there because I think the faculty works really hard to bring forth passion about the arts, specifically performing arts, and what it can do for our community. And I'm proud to be a part of that. So
that was good. I didn't tell you I was going to throw that question at you, so that was really good.
Good, thanks. Thanks for the information because it's important to me.
Of course, we all need that. I wrote a couple of things I wanted to say before we brought teachers out, because on the website, of course, we have our founding principles and all those things, but I think there's 3 reasons I think that we need these classes in this particular time. We do need to still communicate with one another and learn those skills of how to collaborate and communicate with one another. I do think that theater is the study of humanity, and we could use our humanity right now to be utilized and brought to light and bolstered. And I think that's what theater education can do. I also think, fun and play is important too, particularly during these times. So that is why we are so focused on bringing education to children of all ages in the Pikes Peak region.
That was so good. That just made me want to take the classes.
Okay, so we can stop now? Is that what you're saying? We've done the job?
Well, yeah, I just love what you say, what you hit on. Absolutely. During this time, especially now that 2020 is what it is, the virtual reality is not going away. Let's learn how to continue creating and building community virtually as best as we can. So what does that look like when we're communicating? What does that look like? I mean, any of us studying humanity, that's just something to make all of our relationships better, not just creative ones. And what was the last one you said? I loved it all.
I said something about having fun and a sense of
all right. I mean, that's the most important part because, gosh, hasn't this year been like not fun a lot of times?
We got to find ways to have fun and remember play right now. And I think that you did a wonderful segue. So we have 6 fall classes coming for you, and we are going to start with our youngest class. That is our Budding Thespians class for ages 5 to 7. And we are going to bring in one of those teachers now to speak with you. Hello, Terry Harrison.
Hello.
Hi, Terry.
Everyone.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
We're just having a love fest, so
Yeah.
welcome to the party.
I have my glow-in-the-dark necklace, so I'm ready to go.
Excellent.
Just in case we lose powers.
Okay, good. Everybody needs to have a generator. Yours is.
That's right. I'm ready for that.
So could you just give us a little bit of information about what we can look forward to in our Budding Thespians class?
Well, yeah, we want to take the 5 to 7-year-olds on a trip because we haven't been able to travel very much. So we would like to give them a passport to imagination. And with that passport, they get a whole craft package, but that's going to come in a suitcase. I have props and everything for them. So they'll have passports, they'll have that. But within that passport to imagination, we're going to hit on some of the key elements of theater, like sound and using our voice and movement, because we've all sat in front of the computer for plenty of time. So we need a lot of movement. So every class will have movement, but there'll be a week that is specifically targeted towards that as well. We'll talk about pace because sometimes we just talk too fast and we go, go, go. And sometimes we talk too slow, and sometimes how we move, and figuring out what the correct pace is for something. And talking about theater itself and how we're in a setting. And each of us are going to have our own setting. My setting right now is my family room, So whatever, we're going to talk about that. And emotions, who hasn't gone through the whole range of emotions during this? And light. We might turn the lights off. We might have lights on. We might do some shadow puppets. We might do different things like that to figure out how light works for us. And to finish it all off, we'll use our imagination, of course, every day. And we'll do some kind of a show for the parents and the kids at the end that they get to show off where they've traveled to this year.
That was great.
That is so fun. I'm always so struck by how imaginative you and Sally Hibble are, and especially with prop making and all of those activities. They sound so fun. Can I come? Because I need to take a trip.
Yes, I think we all need to take a trip of some kind. So for these 8 weeks, we're going to take a trip with our imagination. And we're going to let some really cool books help us too. I mean, who doesn't love Eric Carle? And so he's going to help us with pace, because a sloth moves very slowly. So we'll try things like that.
That's so
I agree. I agree with Rebecca so much, with you, and Sally Hibble is also the other teacher for this class, and they're creative and have come up with this amazing curriculum that changes each week, but also is built on what we've learned. So it's always new and exciting for every class. There's always a craft project. There's always a movement exercise. There's always some piece of theater being examined. So it's a really exciting class that I think I just saw below, but it runs from September 26th to November 14th for 8 weeks from 9 to 11 on Saturday mornings. As Terry mentioned, imagination packs will be delivered to your house, contactless, before class starts, and you will have all the material you need to complete the course and have a good time. Terry, before we move on to the next class, is there anything you would like to say that you didn't say yet?
No, but we encourage that all the kids that are part of this, that they spread the word. If you've had children be a part of it, tell other friends, because you don't have to be members of the Fine Arts Center to be in this. It can be anybody and truly anywhere in the country. We'll get those imagination packs to them.
That is true. You have mailed them across the country so far, so that's amazing. Thank you for saying that. That is true. We want to get the word out about this amazing class led by the stars, Terry Harrison and Sally Hibble, and we are so looking forward to starting a week from tomorrow. So register now if you are interested. Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. And we are going to segue to our next group, which is the 8 to 13-year-olds in the Emerging Artist class.
Exciting.
Good. Ryan Miller and Carmen Chet.
Oh, you guys are too much.
There.
Oh my God. Why are you reading Schoolhouse Rock Live Junior?
Because that's the show that we're going to be doing with emerging artists starting next week. And you too do the script just like this one.
This is amazing, and I don't want to say anything. I just want to watch you guys play with the book.
So proud of my friends right now.
Came prepared with the props. So far, it's what I believe is going to be our first fully staged digital presentation of a written musical here with the theater camps especially, which we're thrilled about.
And who doesn't love Schoolhouse Rock? It's so relatable, it's fun, it's nostalgic for us adults. And I think the kids are going to have such a blast with you two.
We hope so. We're excited. It's going to be a lot of singing, acting, dancing, fundamentals of musical theater. It'll be really exciting to venture into a digital musical production. And it will be filmed as we go. So it'll be like presented, like it'll be a world premiere of Schoolhouse Rock Live Junior. And we're really excited about all of the prospects. We don't know what we're going to do props. We're going to find costumes. Like Terry said, everyone has a different setting. And so finding creative ways to do that in order to film and create our musical is going to be an adventure.
Yes, and just like the younger group, there is imagination packs for this class as well. We're getting everything from properties to pieces to help with costuming, things for lighting as well to help with our staging of the production. And then we're going to be focusing on having fun. First and foremost, we all want to have a great time. I haven't done a musical in a little too long. I don't know about y'all, but it's been a minute since pre-COVID. So we're excited to do a musical. We're going to be doing auditioning, obviously rehearsals with our final performance. And what we learned from the summer is that we're going to have a great time with our new friends. We're looking forward to meeting all the students, building an ensemble where we're going to work together with all of our costumes and props. Hopefully that we'll have a very cohesive look amongst the group, that we can all be very involved with one another. And then when all this is done, whenever we actually have an opportunity to meet each other, hopefully we'll have new lifelong friends that we can share with for the rest of our lives. Because that's what it's all about, people. Building a community.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
You guys are so good.
I know, it's going to be so good. I mean, you guys came prepared because you've already answered all the things that I wrote down to ask about.
So as you can see down on your screen there, I think to reiterate, Saturdays also beginning September 26th. It's for 8 weeks, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Oh my goodness. Because there's a lot to get done, obviously. And we've got an extra special week, Tuesday through Friday, November 10th, which you can learn more of the details there for the afternoon. Oh my gosh, you guys are selling it so hard. I love it. And always so much fun.
Well, and I know you guys think it's annoying when I do this, but I just think it's so cool, Carmen and Ryan, that you both came through the Fine Arts Center Theater School. and now you are professional actors and educators. And I think it's so cool that you're back, giving back to the community. Because we are talking about the importance of community. I think that's amazing that you are taking all the things you learned and giving it back to the students. So I really appreciate that.
And I have to piggyback on that, Nathan, because it's not just like saying, "Oh, cool! Look at these humans who went through the program." These, after having worked with both of them, they're just really incredible educators, and they care about. What you want for your student is for the teachers to really care about your child's education, like to care about their growth in the thing that they love. And I know for certain, Terry, Sally, Carmen, Ryan, and who you'll meet in just a few moments, Stephanie, all really, really care. And I just love that.
I'm going to throw it back. Is there anything on your notes that you didn't get spoken, or is there anything you want to shout out before you go, or are you going to just surprise us with how you decide to leave?
We like to leave the suspense. We're excited to see everybody. Excited to create, meet new friends, create a new virtual theater family.
Yeah. Leave them wanting more.
It's going to be so great. So thank you so much, you both, for joining us tonight. That's the Emerging Artist Camp that also starts a week from tomorrow. And I really appreciate it. Thank you both so much.
Thank
Love
you
guys.
You.
Well, that was everything.
I know. How can we follow that?
I know. Let's see what happens. We're moving on now to our high school conservatory training class, which we call Youth Rep Ensemble. We are doing a fall edition. Oh, look who's here. It's Stephanie McGuffin.
The glamorous Stephanie McGuffin.
So Youth Rep is in its 21st year, 21st because we are moving into the fall. Stephanie McGuffin is the music director for the camp, and Rebecca Myers and myself are also the teachers and directors of the thing we're going to do. Ryan Miller is right. The Emerging Artist show, Schoolhouse Rock Live Junior, will be the first digital show, but a week later, there will be another one.
Yay!
There will be another one for the public. That starts streaming on November 20th. That's a Friday, and we'll stream for a week. We are doing this with all of our high school conservatory kids of Youth Rep Ensemble, and we are doing, drum roll please, a musical called Now, Hear This, which is written by Hunter Bell and Susan Blackwell with music and lyrics by Jeff Bowen. I just did all the facts. But you guys can do the feelings part if you want. Why this show? Why are we excited about doing this show with the students?
Well, no. No, I just think it's going to be a really unique opportunity for the kids to get together and do a show that's done in a virtual setting. And it gives everyone in this position, it gives everyone a lot of chances. I can't talk, but a huge opportunity to sing a lot. There's going to be a lot of activity and everyone's going to be highly involved. And I think this show is just so relative to what their lives are going through, and just emotions that are really, I don't know. It's very suited to that age group, and it's just great music and a lot of fun. And
yeah,
I agree, Stephanie. I've always enjoyed collaborating with you two and learning from you two, and listening to it this week, especially so many times. And reading the libretto, I'm just so into the material. I think not only is it relevant to the time, if we're going back to those, why it's so important right now, Nathan, with communication, with the study of humanity and fun, that this show just encapsulates that so well. Now hear this, and the here is HERE, saying we're in this time and space right here and this exactly what you're doing. So bringing, I think the idea for us in 2020, like everyone coming to like there, we can't plan for the future. It doesn't help for us to look into the past. It's just this moment, trying to connect with this moment. And that's what this show does. And it explores like a range. I was telling a friend how much I loved one song is hilarious, and then the very next song or number, well, I was texting you about it even, Nick, and I was a mess in a good way. I think it allows lots of feelings to be had.
Well, that's what I like. I love the stories because it's just it really is a collection of story songs inside a framework, but it covers the array of emotions I think that we're all experiencing in a heightened way currently. You know what I mean? And I think it's gonna be great. It's a great exploration for the students. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, we'll also be offering inside the Youth Rep Ensemble Fall, we'll be prepping this show, which will take a lot of energy, but we'll also be doing classwork and stuff like that. And many people know that one of the cornerstone classes of Youth Rep is collaborative process, where the students are responsible for the creation of things, and that element is still going to be at play during this, where the groups of students will be in charge of the visuals too, of like what these songs look like and how we convey these things to the audience. So it's going to be a really awesome time with the dates below. These classes are meet twice a week, starting next Wednesday, September 23rd through November 18th, Wednesday nights and Saturday early afternoons. And then, as I said, the show will stream on the 20th. So this is really fun. I'm actually I'm super daunted by it, but I'm like energized by it. You know what I mean?
I know. Oh, I absolutely know what you mean, because I'm excited for us to explore what this musical looks like virtually. Mm-hmm. And not just for us to dictate that, but to explore it draw it out of our amazing artists whomever we're going to be working with.
Yeah. And it's so cool because the writers of the play have created this new version during quarantine to allow it to be more easily maneuvered onto our digital platform. So that's like super cool. Stephanie.
Yes.
Do you want to share anything else about what you're excited about doing in Youth Rep this fall?
I'm just, I'm excited that the kids get to sing a lot more than we did over the first in the summer, and that everyone's going to get a chance to be featured in some way, and that I'm so excited about this collaborative process idea that everyone is going to be part of the decision-making process of what this is going to look like and what we're presenting at the end. And I just think it's a really neat and different opportunity that we have not ever seen. So I think
I agree. That's one of the things we do at the Fine Arts Center is give voice to the students. And I think that's going to be really evident in these fall classes. Well, did I miss anything? It's going to be amazing. You should sign up. FAC.coloradocollege.edu. Okay, Stephanie, thank you so much for joining us.
See you later.
See you soon.
Bye. Good to see you.
Okay, so that's our collection of 3 classes for our young people, 5 through 18. And now Rebecca and I are going to talk to you about, adult classes. Adults need classes too. We need fun and play. And so we have 3 classes coming for you for adults. Let's start, Rebecca, with your class.
Great. So I'm going to be teaching there it is, Yoga for the Creative Spirit on Saturday mornings. And I'm so excited about this course because I'm excited to bring yoga to some people who might not be that familiar with it. It's so easy to think, hey, that I'm not flexible. I don't want to twist myself up into a pretzel. And yes, maybe that has its time and place for yoga, but what I'm really excited about exploring with this class is giving people an opportunity every Saturday morning to show up and spend time with themselves. just a little bit of time where you're moving, where you're focusing on your breath, where you're reclaiming a little bit of your own space. And I don't just, so it's beyond movement. It's about, so I've been, actually I have it right here. So I've been diving a little bit into The Artist's Way, such a classic. If you haven't gone through this course book before, The Artist's Way, A Spiritual Path to Higher Creativity with Julia Cameron. Who knows, I might rip off a couple of her ideas. Just kidding, Julia. But I was being reminded from digging into this that we have to instill a sense of safety in ourselves, in our nervous system, which is something that's been difficult to do recently. So coming to a place of safety, of trust with your own being, and then exploring what movement is for you, exploring what thoughts come up, exploring how to work with your breath, and those tools then we put together in order to really manifest creative energy and give yourself just a little gift back on a Saturday morning.
I think that's true. I mean, I think you're like a brilliant teacher all around, and I'm very excited that we're offering this class, because I do think that the adults, I'm experiencing it where I'm not choosing myself. I'm choosing all my obligations and all the other things around me. And so I think it's pretty cool for us to take a time out for ourselves and spend a Saturday morning with a genius like you.
Thank you.
And I also think it's cool. I'm sorry, I interrupted. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say it's really up to, I'm just excited to be able to offer a space for people to get to know themselves better. That's a little bit of what we're doing.
And I was going to say, like, that's the cool thing about the placement of this class is we have also placed this on Saturday morning opposite the Budding Thespians and the Emerging Artist class. So if you are enrolling your student in a class for betterment and fun and play, maybe you should be in one for yourself while your students are in a different class. I think that's one of the cool things, is that the whole family can be invested in creation and investment in themselves on Saturday morning.
Yes, and all you need is the space of like 6 feet, which you could even hole yourself up in a closet, which I've done a lot this year since I live with a toddler.
Legit. That's so fun. I'm so excited about this new class. I think it's going to be really helpful to so many people. So
yeah, me too. Oh my gosh, thank you. I want to hear about your class though, which I love. Can we talk about that?
Yeah. So we are back with adult dance class Monday nights from 7 to 8:30 thank you for putting this up so I can read it off the screen, September 28th to November 16th. Every Monday night, I will create or devise or mimic a dance, and we will all get together and we will learn a combination for an hour and a half. This class started about 5 years ago. It's very popular. I hope it stays popular in the virtual realm. To me, the dance class isn't so much about like becoming genius dancers as much as it is about us reconnecting to our bodies. And so we will spend our Monday nights doing that. We do all sorts of things. We'll do choreography that you've seen on the Fine Arts Center stage. We'll do classic, famous Broadway numbers. We'll sometimes throw in a pop number here and there. Like, it all depends. I try to read the room. I usually ask at the end of the class, what kind of stuff do we want to feel next week? And I try to gear it towards that. So each week is new. There's drop-in rates for that, or you can buy the whole shebang.
And I have to attest, it's so much fun. And it always feels like a good workout too. And we need more exercise, especially with it getting darker earlier. I'm just going to pitch this in a logical sense.
Yeah.
Getting darker earlier, people. We've been sitting around all year. We need to do fall dance class. I can't wait.
It's really, really fun. And oftentimes what happens is we leave the screen open and people pour a glass of wine and we chat after the class is over. So that's nice too. So it's a social thing. It's a good workout and it's good for our minds and our bodies. So I hope people want to join us. Don't be scared. That's the email I get all the time is like, I'm scared. I don't know. And I'm like, no, if you have an impulse to move, this is the class for you.
Absolutely.
And then we have one final class. Our teacher for that class is not here. It is our producing artistic director, Scott R.C. Levy. We are starting what we are calling FAC Play Club. It is a book club for play lovers. It's going to be a once-a-month class. It's going to be on the first Thursday of the month, October 1st through May 6th. You will receive a play from us. About a week before, you will read that play and then you will come to this room and it'll be mediated and moderated by Scott, but it'll be a vibrant conversation with all the students in the class about the play that you read. This actually came out of Youth Rep. This summer we had a play analysis class and I had parents say, I want to take that class. And I was like, okay, you can. So here it is. This is our play analysis class for adults.
And you get to do it from the comfort of your own home. I'm just so excited. There's no theater you have to go sit, like concrete building you have to go sit in.
Yeah. No pants you have to wear.
No, you just cozy up on your couch and talk about the play. Sounds so fun.
So I think that class is going to be really exciting too. And
the
that
first Thursday of every month, right?
First Thursday of every month. So it starts October 1st. Thank you for putting that back up. And yeah, so registration for all 6 of our fall courses is now open. You can see it on your screen. So please sign up for classes if you're looking for something new, a new adventure to try, or a continuation of your education and learning. We're here to celebrate the human spirit and celebrate the creative process and celebrate each other. That's what we're going to do this fall. And if you have any questions that you didn't get answered through this live stream, please email me at nhalvorson@coloradocollege.edu. I think that's it.
I mean, I'm sold. This was so fun.
It actually was really fun.
Yeah.
And I really, really thank you, Rebecca, for co-hosting this evening with me. It made it so much fun. You are a treasured educator at the Fine Arts Center and part of the team, and I'm so glad you were here with me tonight.
Oh my gosh, it was absolutely my pleasure. I love spending time with you all.
Yes, we would be remiss if we didn't thank all the teachers that came to visit. Do you want me to do it?
Sure, go for it.
Terry Harrison, Carmen Shedd, Ryan Miller, Stephanie McGuffin, and 2 teachers who weren't able to join us tonight, Sally Hibble and Scott R.C. Levy, and Rebecca and myself.
And you'd like to thank Kate and Mo, who are backstage right now.
We all would like to thank Kate and Mo for making our lives work. Thank you so much for running this live stream. I think that's about it. Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. We can't wait to meet you all or see you again, old friends. Not old in that kind of sense. Longtime friends.
Yeah. We'll see you all in the virtual classroom. Thank you for watching.